All right, class. Today, my goal is to talk about career hierarchy. Again, that's just thinking about how to move positions, get better pay, do more of the work you enjoy within whatever organization or company your particular job is. So each of you have a job, and then that's in some type of company, or in general, there are a lot of companies who have people who do your job. Like there are a lot of different supermarkets. One of them is Mi Pueblo, and if you were a cashier there, and that particular job being a cashier, there's tons of places where you could be a cashier at. And so there is information on the web for us to look about how do people move from a particular job into other positions, and what are the things that are required to move up farther. And we want to think about how much pay and different things. And so we've talked about that probably a little bit today in class. And what I'm going to show you is some skills to research that stuff. And so I'm going to use an example, but you can do a lot of the same things that I do. So my example is a construction manager. I'm going to show you what I showed you as the example of research, how to search the internet for that information. So let's do that right now. So I am going to go to our friend Google. Construction hierarchy, and I'm going to try chart first. And then I'm going to look at the images. Mine happens to have some. So instead of putting construction manager, I just put construction hierarchy because I thought that would give me more information about how it relates. So let's look at this first one. Looks like there is a board of directors at the top of this food chain, and then operations division, management system, commercial support. But when I read the rest of this, I don't really see my position anywhere. And so that must mean that this one might not be it. I looked for the words construction manager, I didn't see it. So I could have looked up commercial support in Google by just typing it and typing what is commercial support. But I'm going to move on to one that maybe is more what I want. Okay, this looks like this is more of what I want because it shows construction manager. It's kind of in the middle of this industry, and that it's above these other things that are lower level skilled workers. But I don't fully understand. But I want to visit this website so I can learn more. And this looks like a really promising title. It says construction jobs hierarchy. That's what I'm after. And it looks like this one is going to start telling me about that. So then if I go down, now I'm going to start formulating some questions about how are these things related. And that means I'm probably going to have to read the rest of the text to understand what the pattern is. If I'm just not willing to read this stuff, I don't know if I'm going to understand it. I can try to get as much information from looking, but part of the intelligence is reading some of those things. Then for everything in the article that I don't understand, I'm going to Google it to look it up. So like if I was interested in what it's going to take to move from this middle level to something that is in the higher level, chief construction officer, then I'm going to have to do a separate search. And I just copied the text. How to become a chief there. This one is what I'm looking for. And then I would have to look at this and figure out, okay, how do you become that person? What kind of certifications do you need? And then I might be curious to go back to the search and just see if it tells me how much they make. So right there, the average is 218,000. And then I could compare that to what the average was for my salary, which I think it was like 80,000. And so that's a huge difference. So then I would be motivated to think about, well, how do you become a that, and like, is it worth the effort? And like on my piece of paper, I would be writing down notes. Maybe I would copy certain text that I want to save as I'm going, so that I don't have to come and get it, and I would just put it in these places. You all may either be doing this on the computer or paper. You'll have to ask Miss Sullivan. But that's a quick idea about how to use the web to figure out a lot of these different things. So